Assalamualaikum.
Telah.
Welcome back to school. Terima kasih kepada Kak Khairina dan Abang Khairul sanggup luangkan masa untuk ditemu ramah dalam perancangan X Budak 9. So, dalam sekarang ni saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan tahniah atas keputusan cemerlang dari seluruh warga kerja Warta9.
Thank you.
And hari ini kita akan membincangkan tentang beberapa perkara, khususnya teknik-teknik belajar. Dan saya harap abang dan kakak-kakak boleh share dengan kita orang. Okey, soalan pertama khusus kepada Kak Adriana. So, baru-baru ni akak telah dipilih menjadi salah seorang pelajar terbaik SPM 2014 di peringkat kebangsaan. Jadi boleh akak terangkan sedikit mengenai anugerah itu?
Okay, basically bermula ada dua. First was the beasiswa nasional, dia untuk top 50 in Malaysia, and then lepas tu yang anugerah cemerlang tu untuk top 20 in Malaysia. So basically yang dia pilih tu berdasarkan markah SPM atau keputusan SPM mana dia pilih, sebab lembaga peperiksaan they have the marks, so sana dia akan dapatkan markah and dia akan allocate yang top 50 from SPM tu, and then the top 20 pula dia akan pilih, dia screen down balik and then dia tengok balik dengan core curriculum sekali, dan dia filter sekali lah dengan core curriculum. So that anugerah and that beasiswa tu it covers for until degree, they give a beasiswa di degree. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Seterusnya untuk teknik belajar, kita boleh mulakan dengan subjek bahasa. Kita mulakan dengan Kak Khairina dulu, bahasa.
Bahasa? Bahasa SPM.
SPM and DI lah.
Okay. Okay, kalau BM, we have to always Google the karangan. Contoh, because I'm really bad at BM. I never dapat A, never dapat A plus. So usually in BM, you just have to focus in class, listen to what your teacher has to say, and always baca Google perkataan bombastic, ya. Ami tahu perkataan bombastic. And
shout out to Ami Rafi.
Okay, lepas tu kena hafal, taklah hafal, just get used to the format, and usually semua karangan lebih kurang, so you have to macam lama-lama akan biasa lah.
Okay, basically sama je, because cara belajar BM tu benda yang sama, BM or English. So mostly yang paling banyak markah was the essay kan. So apa yang kita orang buat was yang essay, perkataan bombastic tu, and most of us bombastic tu kita akan macam dapatkan delete, we compile it buat dalam list ke apa, so lagi senang nak assess, nak tengok lah, nak cari perkataan tu. Lepas tu frasa-frasa juga and peribahasa, and then another thing is like pasal karangan tu kita practice juga macam panjang dia macam mana, and then nak balance kan, sebab kita orang diberitahu yang SPM dia kena balance perenggan dia berapa banyak kena tulis. So that one, so itulah tips-tips cikgu tu memang kita akan ikut benda betul tu, akan absorb semua tu, lepas tu baru apply dalam karangan, buat so it will become insyaAllah a good karangan lah from what we say.
So the list, karangan dalam bahasa Melayu, the best way to start is probably reading karangan contoh, especially in Google. There are a lot of karangan contohs in Google, especially written by budak-budak santai, budak-budak asrama. They're really something. They have a lot of bombastic words. So first, you have to understand the basic fundamentals of the karangan. Just baca and just look at how they write the karangan. So after that, you can incorporate it with what your teacher has taught you, and just list down the bombastic words. And in reality, in real life, buat lawak buat macam pada hari ni saya mahu berkongkan kong ada tu. That's basically just insert that perkataan bombastic in your daily life. Macam cakna, peka kan, cakna, saya rasa cakna sebab saya takut kursi ni jatuh, gitu. So insert and incorporate your bombastic words in your real life, so you get used to the karangan. And about the karangan structure perenggan, you just have to practice, read, and keep reading karangan.
Untuk next part is subjek-subjek faktual yang memerlukan nota dan hafalan seperti sejarah, agama dan biologi. Abang? Ada?
Yang subjek sejarah and agama and biology and all those that requires hafal. For me, I really like hafal hafaling, memorizing. I really like memorizing these things, so it's okay for me. But for others yang memang ada yang malas nak hafal semua, it's basically just because dia tak minat. So first you have to minat that subject first. Macam history, first I realised that our ancestors had a lot of repercussions and backlash with each other. So I learned how they, why, how, which. I ask questions. These factual subjects, you have to ask questions. You have your teachers, you have to ask questions. Just ask them about what you're not sure about. And then, most important thing, after asking questions, you have to write down what you learn, and write down what you find out. Also write down your questions. And also have fun. Usually bombastic words.
Okay, for me yang benda-benda ataupun subjek memerlukan hafal ni, basically sebab kan dia panjang and banyak nak hafal, tapi sebenarnya dia ada point tertentu yang kita kena tahu, and tak semestinya we hafal the whole textbook, the whole entire thing. So like what I did is memang I will screen down the points lah, macam letak buat point untuk topik tu, lagi senang nak hafal. So bila buat point tu, at least kita tahu like berapa banyak. And then biasanya ada certain topics yang memang memerlukan macam fakta tu dia hafal dan tak boleh lari jauh. So masa tu, dan yang tu yang buat nota lah, macam buat mind map ke, buat nota supaya lagi senang lah bila revise tu. That yang memang yang membuat menyenangkan dia lah, sebab just get that nota ataupun benda that small piece of information je untuk masa exam tu especially.
Kalau subjek macam ni, the first thing is you have to hayati everything out. You have to imagine it out. For sejarah, fikir balik pasal yang 13 Mei kan?
Ya, 13 Mei 90s.
13 Mei. Nanti you macam interested in that. So then you will learn more. Kalau macam biology pun, you have to really faham. Jangan bukan hafal tau, kena faham juga. And what was one? Agama. Agama pun, first you have to macam, kan agama number one kan in our life. So you have to macam tell yourself that agama ni penting. So lama-lama you will learn macam sendirian nak, bukan kena paksa. Lepas tu kalau subjek macam ni, usually for me, I will dekat exam, I will start reading everything like from the first chapter 2 to 3 months before, so you get to cover everything. Jangan last minute lah fokus saja.
Untuk yang last, untuk teknik belajar is subjek-subjek pengiraan seperti Maths, Physics, Chemistry, Mod Maths dan Prinsip Account. Kak Adriana?
Okay, for me, biasanya benda-benda ni memang no other way tapi practice lah. Consistency to practice tu memang penting. Okay, for Maths and Mod Maths, basically dia fully on practicing numbers, so you have to practice. And then the other things like accounts, chemistry, dia ada half-half reading and kefahaman, and also that one's pengiraan. So pengiraan tu memang like accounts is my extra subject kan, the extra untuk SPM ni. So for extra tu like kena lagi banyak focus on that one. Okay, and then let's say for Maths and Maths mostly consistency tu biasanya faham konsep dulu. Apa-apa yang belajar, semua kena faham konsep dulu, baru macam dari konsep fundamental tu baru boleh leverage jadi benda lain, nak tackle soalan lain. So bila dah faham, dah foundation tu dah strong tu, baru boleh tackle all the other questions whatever it is.
Okay, kalau Maths everything ni, first you have to know the subject first. So most people because most people tak suka Maths semua, sebab tu diorang fail tau. Maths saya senang je. You have to first love the subject and then faham everything. And kalau satu soalan tu tak boleh buat non-stop the same question over and over again until you get it. And for Maths and every kira-kira ni, you have to macam faham how to use the formulas, because most of people don't tengok one example, so expect semua soalan macam tu, biasanya tak. So macam faham formula tu betul-betul. So nanti boleh lah kat sana, insyaAllah.
So the thing about Maths is, it's true, you have to like the subject first. And nak like tu depends lah. I mean, I also didn't like Maths. I really hated Maths until a certain period of time where I realised that Maths is just studying at Maths is just not about Maths. You have your teachers, you have your books, you have your mentors, you have your. The fact that Maths is actually Maths is actually useful in real life. You have to understand that. Yeah, it really is. In making engineering and Maths, I want to shout out to budak LK yang tak suka Maths. No way. Kalau korang nak ambil engineering, memang kena ada Maths. Okay, so nak pasal understand concept, write down and ask questions as usual. But then there comes the problematic part, practicing. Practicing tu lah yang semua orang malas kan? Malas kan? Malas. Okay, kejap. So, on Maths, you have to practice a lot lah. You have to motivate yourself. Macam mana? It depends. For me, I'm a lazy person. I didn't like to do Maths latihan sebab latihan repetitif sama je ni je. Compared to factual, just kira hafal je. So, I consulted a tuition teacher, Mr. Aru. Shout out Mr. Aru. Mr. Aru, he provided me lots and lots of latihan, and every time I didn't finish it, he would not shout lah, macam just marah lah. But that marah it has a point. It motivates me to finish my work, and that's the basic fundamental of additional mathematics. You have to practice a lot, not just mathematics, physics, anything that requires calculations. Practice. Understand the concept by minat and questions, and then just practice a lot.
So the next is question for you. Sebelum ni, abang ada cakap yang abang belajar pakai puns. Boleh abang terangkan sikit?
So yang pasal pun ni kan, kita nak cerita pasal pun ni. Pun, I embrace panology. Embrace macam agama. Panology masa Form 4. So when I was Form 3, my life was dull, not really that funny. So until masa Form 4, when I was surrounded by girls, surrounded by girls, and I needed to find a certain way to survive lah. Macam orang girls kan, kena buat lawak, kena buat ni, kena buat tu, kena socializing. Basically, you have to be nice to girls. Feminist. So puns are actually a good way because most of the people in my class liked English. So I embrace puns, I make jokes with my friends, I make here and there, everywhere. Basically puns, maksud dia wordplay. You manipulate a word that has different meanings and incorporate it in a sentence. Macam contohnya, this thing right here, this thing, I cherish it the most. Get it? That's the thing, cherish. Macam if that thing runtuh, that thing right there, you know what that thing is? Major.
Okay.
If that thing runtuh, it's going to be a major problem. That's an example of puns, humor, and the most not really funny thing or punny thing about these puns is that it also teaches me about real life. It also teaches me about real life because in puns you can use words that are similar but they have different meanings. It shows that life also has different meanings as well. So you get to live how you want to live your life, you get to be social, you get to be here and there. So it's indirect lah, as I said. Basically, if you want to learn or like puns, you gotta have huge vocabulary, you gotta read a lot, you gotta go to Tumblr ke Twitter ke Facebook ke, just macam Google puns or funny puns and you get to see very, very funny puns like macam satu bullet, just a bullet, tak bullet, pistol, kena tembak. Dia balik rumah sedih. His wife, another bullet, asked him, what happened? I got fired. That's the thing lah, humor. And since these puns also work well in macam contohnya study bio, for example, this part here is called the funny bone because it's humorous. Yeah, this bone right here is called the humorous. So I said, you incorporate the puns in your learning methods so that you can memorize and learn well. And that's how I learn stuff. Through puns.
Awesome. Okay, kita kembali pada Kak Adriana. Sebenarnya kita semua tahu Akak merupakan ketua pengawas. Akak juga aktif dalam KOKO, especially Formula 1 in schools. Dan Akak juga cemerlang dari segi akademik. Macam mana Akak uruskan masa Akak untuk perkara-perkara ni?
Okay, for me, I know everyone has their different methods, but for me, I have my own timetable, daily timetable. Okay, if you want to touch on, let's say, Koko or school activities, let's say pengawas. For me as a prefect, and I was head prefect, I remember I loved my job. So the duties and masa rehat after school, I went to stay back. I didn't mind doing it because it was something that I like to do, and it didn't burden me with the prefect duties. Walaupun masa rehat tu kena tugas, and then some people belajar, but to me tak semestinya because masa tu kalau prefect tu contohnya we have our own responsibility kan, so like tanggungjawab tu lagi penting, amanah tu tanggungjawab. Okay, that tu dari segi sekolah lah, and then dari segi time masa tu as for school. Okay, for me like memang I will try not to waste time as much as possible. So macam masa waktu sekolah, free time buat homework or buat apa-apa yang to be done, like prioritize, finish what you have to be done first, and then lepas tu bila ada free time, lepas tu maybe either study benda lain or do whatever that needs to be completed lah. So for me that's why lah macam disiplin tu penting, disiplin, time management. So kena tahu which one kena fokus dulu, nak fokus study dulu. For me memang I prioritize my education, so whatever it is, prefect ke, koko ke, apa-apa pun as long as prioritize study tu, clear that off first, baru can go on with the other things. So I think that's how I balance dapat with the grade. So alhamdulillah last year, especially Form 5, it wasn't stressful for me. Form 5 was really fun. It was one of the best years for my entire school life. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you balance your time properly and you have time management, then you won't have problems and you won't be stressed.
Have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Stresnya isu penat ni. Remaja-remaja saya cakap pasal penat, diorang penat nak belajar dan also puaskan hati semua orang, make everyone happy at the same time. Jadi macam mana abang dan kakak menangani masalah tu?
Pilih. You first. This penat thing, dia tak surprising. Even I'm penat. Every time balik sekolah, mesti nak tidur atas sofa, baring nak peluk bantal yang gebu tu. So yang penat ni is basically, how do I say it? It's not it's not new and it's not surprising. And the thing is, you have to know how to counter this penat thing, kan? Macam mana nak counter penat? You can. But basically, you have to fill your time and motivate yourself. Tu je. If you want to counter penat, you have to fill your time and motivate yourself. Fill your time with lots and lots of activities. If you have stuff A to do, complete stuff A first. If you have stuff B to do, then complete stuff B first. And motivating yourself is really important. Macam for me, I like funny stuff. So instead of just tidur or buat bodoh all day, buat benda-benda yang tak berfaedah, I just went to surf some websites and read some articles, and then sometimes in these articles I also find puns. So I start to read about puns, I read about here and there, everywhere, and I realized this thing is not waste of time at all. I used some of my puns in my English essay. Like there's an English essay about H2O. So in the end, it was about saving water. In the end, I just wrote, so what are you waiting for? Save water. Just like that. So basically, if you want to overcome this penat problem, have fun, fill your time, and motivate yourself. You can have fun in a lot of ways. Friends, family, internet. Of course, you have to know your limits. So basically, that's that. That guy is penat. Continue.
Okay, penat tu to me ada dua lah, like physically penat, mentally penat kan. Physically maybe lepas either you do sports or jogging or whatever physical activity you do, but mentally penat is also one thing lah. Maybe like after a long day maybe at school, and then lepas tu sometimes some people have tuition or extra classes, and then by the night time you're too mentally tired to actually do anything else. But okay, for one thing to counter it is know your limits and take a break when you need it. Don't just go on straight 24 hours. There's no point studying 24 hours, but trust me, if you do it along like even if you're tired, you force yourself to study, nothing will go in. So that's why bila penat tu, take a break, take a rest, do whatever you want to do your hobby or take some time off. So but you must know like you must limit your time lah, like whatever you want to do. Let's say even if you want to watch TV or you want to go on your social media, it's fine. No one stops you from doing it. You can, but after that you must know when to stop. After that, continue again. So after that, you'll be refreshed, and then you won't be too much focused on your brain. Would be, how to say, like cram your time, and that also applies to not last minute studying, but in other ways also. Just have time for yourself, and also you need to know how to balance what you like to do and what's your priorities. So, yeah.
Nap. Talk about nap.
Okay, dengar tak? Okay. Kalau nak overcome rasa penat ni, first of all you have to, when you know you're tired, you have to take a rest now, like what they said. Sebab just like me, when I penat, I taklah push myself nak belajar je. I have to relax and kadang-kadang tak TV je, makan macam tu je lah. And but you have to know your priorities. You can't just relax je because you punya alasan sebab you penat. So that's one of the reasons why people fail, because orang selalu guna alasan. And you said something about nak puaskan hati orang kan. First of all, you have to know that you're doing this for yourself. Then when you know that you're doing it for yourself, then you boleh puaskan hati orang because you do the best. And apa kau cakap?
The thing about self-satisfaction is that my first motivation in getting good results is to beat Adriana.
Okay.
Actually not beating lah, macam pergi sebelah macam
In some way, but for me, I always like say my motivation for me, like when you say satisfaction too. I agree what you said. Is like you have to not to say satisfy yourself, but you're doing the A plus like or the cemerlang tu untuk apa? So it's firstly for yourself, and then like maybe secondary is for your parents, that you want to be paid that, or like you want to get a scholarship. That's another thing. But basically, it's true. You want to satisfy, like you prove to yourself that what you get to is your own effort, okay, and not from others.
Next one, kerana kakak dengan abang dah cemerlang kan dalam SPM kan, cemerlang kan, straight A+. So rancangan selepas ni?
Rancangan kedua. Sorry. Rancangan I still honestly don't know what I want to study. So for now I will just go. I got a scholarship thanks to straight A+. I decided to go to Sunway College, A levels in pure science because I like science. And when I'm there, I would explore a lot of options. So only then I would know what I want to do later on. So needless to say, rancangan seterusnya is still how do I say this? It's still far away.
For me, it's not young. I wanted to become a doctor. Okay, so yeah, I know that's a common dream. But then over the years, then I start to find more interest in it in myself, and I knew that when in Form 5, I thought that was what I wanted to do. And alhamdulillah, with this straight A+, you can go out there and get the scholarships. Like even now, scholarships for medic is quite hard to find. So alhamdulillah,
just say about the Mara lah.
Yeah,
the truth is not tell you the truth, Mara scholarship and JPA by next year, medicine, pharmacy, architecture, dentistry, medicine, pharmacy, dietetics, architecture, no more overseas.
Okay, so basically
but
that's why I found it hard. But alhamdulillah, with this Beasiswa Nasional, memang they cater for overseas. So alhamdulillah, with that straight plus is what you get your dream. I mean, like you will basically it's easier for you to get what you want. And for if I'm medic too, inshallah I will do my A levels here first, and inshallah I'll try to do medic in UK. I target to do in UK.
Okay, actually my ambition is to be an actuary. Tapi most of the people tell me actuarial science susah, and like I can't do it sebab macam people yang dulu pandai pun tak boleh buat. My cousins pun tak boleh buat. But actually right now I am under KYS because thanks to Cikgu Rukia.
What is KYS?
College Hiasan Sains. Business school, and then accounting program. So I'm just going with the flow, and because I know Allah knows what's best for me, and because I've been applying for scholarships, but I'm still waiting for a scholarship that could help me follow the route to being an actuary. But so far baru dapat for accounting. So maybe Allah nak tunjuk yang I'm more suitable for being an accountant.
Can I comment one last time? So basically, for me, early on I wanted to be a doctor because my parents were doctors. Then I realised I wanted money. I wanted to become an entrepreneur here and there. But then I realised that becoming an entrepreneur ni memang susah sikit. You have to macam work hard. Then I realised the beauty of helping people. People around the world, golongan minority are suffering and abused all day, every day. So macam in my heart, it's interesting to become a journalist as well. Kan? Just not report the truth, go to certain different parts of the world and just record what these people are doing. Kan there's a gambar, there's this Somalian kid, macam orang tangkap gambar, she thought it was gun. So those pictures are powerful. Pictures speak 1,000 words kan. So my heart basically, I just want to experience everything because I don't know what I want. So I want to broaden my mind. I want to see further, not just become a typical doctor, not just become a typical accountant, not just become a typical lah. I don't want to become a typical. I want to be different. That's what I want. So that's it. It's future. Only you can decide what you want. Allah betul.
Akhir sekali, boleh akak-akak dengan abang bagi pesanan untuk calon-calon SPM, bukan saja untuk Niners tapi juga untuk yang menonton rancangan ni. Kak Khairina.
Sini rancangan ni. Ada kat Astro. Oh my god.
Okay, pesanan to everyone out there, to everyone out there, don't give up and just work hard and one day you will achieve success because everyone here, we have failed at least once in our life and look at us now. Okay, not Adriana.
I disagree.
Adriana tak feel.
Okay, and inshallah you have to always pray to God and maybe inshallah you will get what you want if you believe in yourself.
Alright, for me, basically, tak semestinya Form 5 and well, I want to focus on Form 5 for yang ambil SPM tu, especially SPM candidate. With the study tu, one thing, enjoy your Form 5. Really, for me, like I said, Form 5 was my best year too. But what I'm trying to say here is, once after Form 5, after you go to college, it will be a very different scenario. So when you're in Form 5, to know how to balance your time, and then you know your study method, balance your time, and also with your social life as well. So go with your friends, have fun with your friends in school, and enjoy your school life. And for all the others out there, other students, every other student out there, now at this point, as a student, what you have to do, memang bila belajar tu, just try to reach for your goals as much as possible. When you set your goal, try to reach up for it. And like you said, of course, don't give up. And like as well said, Allah knows what's best for you. And whatever you do, semua ada hikmahnya apa yang buat ni. So if you fail, ada hikmahnya. Kenapa Allah bagi macam tu? So that's why you reflect yourself. So every single thing, reflect on your failures, and then inshallah over the way that you will progress. Just at this point, don't give up right now and don't stop. Just keep on going forward. Alright?
My advice: never give up, never surrender. Just kidding. Basically, in your school life, have fun lah. Please lah. Tolong have fun. I am forcing you guys to have fun. Okay? Please, your friends and your teachers and anything else, masa belajar, masa koko, try your best to have fun, no matter how hard it is. Because when you're having fun, you are able to motivate yourself. And with that, you can just do anything you want. Have fun. Tolong, please have fun. Tolong have fun. Have fun.
Okay. So daripada apa yang kita dah belajar, teknik-teknik yang mereka telah kongsikan, jadi semua orang boleh ambil iktibar daripada apa yang kita telah pelajari daripada rancangan ini. Dan selamat berjaya kepada akak-akak dan abang dan kepada semua yang menonton. Terima kasih.